Who stands to lose the most if Russia were to defeat Ukraine and seize its resources? Short answer, it's France. The long answer is that the French still control a hidden colonial empire in West Africa. Countries such as Senegal, Niger, Benin, and several others are using the so-called CFA franc currency, introduced under colonial French rule and now pegged to the euro. This financial pegging provides an important source of wealth to the European Union. It allows Europeans to usurp West African resources on the cheap and control African debt, while selling back finished goods at premium markups to the tune of an alleged 500 billion euros in profits per year. Without this financial infusion, France would have long been a bankrupt backwater populated by a decimated people. A French bankruptcy would then collapse the European Union from within. Hence, we know the reason why European bureaucrats dream of a Euro-African Union, fusing Europe with Africa as expressed, for example, in the joint African-EU strategy document of 2007. Even as early as 1987, the precursor to the EU, the European Economic Community, the EEC, received an application from Morocco, a North African nation, to join. Soon followed negotiations with Turkey in Central Asia, and today, a host of non-European nations such as Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia are part of the European Political Community, the EPC. The European Union very much behaves as an expanding empire. It just does so quietly to avoid upset and backlash. The backhanded ruler of this empire is French President Emmanuel Macron. The French are Napoleonic. Have you not wondered why the French president insisted on being included in the Vatican talks between President Trump and Ukrainian leader Zelensky? Zelensky is Macron's puppet, for this is France's war against Russia. It should be no secret either that Russia and its Wagner troops are helping African nations break free from European colonial control, one by one. Burkina Faso, for example, with its leader Ibrahim Traoré, is leading the breakaway pack, pouring big investments into national industry, cotton plantations, clothing factories, gold refineries, and its own bank, thus cutting European influence off, a direct threat to Europe's survival. Traoré has even banned French as the official administrative language, replacing it with native languages. The new uniforms of its judiciary make the country's judges look royally African instead of ridiculously British. The war in Ukraine isn't about Ukraine. The stakes are much higher than that. The war is about preventing Russia from accessing the necessary resources to help further develop a pro-Russian Africa. It's why Eurasianist ideologue Alexander Dugin wrote on X that he favors Black Cardinal Sarah to become Europe's new pope. European geopolitics has become a game of chess during which, all of a sudden, the black pieces have the better strategy, though the hand playing the pieces is a Russian grandmaster. We Europeans, in the worst-case scenario, must prepare for the death of the French nation, and with it, for the collapse of the European Union. As an upside, though, this event will free our many and diverse peoples from the straitjacket of political correctness. The multicultural doctrine will come to an end, and our people will awaken from the sleep of diversity. We will begin to see clearly again who are our true enemies. Europe will not, of course, surrender to Russia. Instead, we must reorganize ourselves into strongly conservative, militaristic nations under a joint military command in preparation for the invasion of our continent. For indeed, a Russian alliance with Africa implies the invasion of Europe. It spells that even Turkey, now officially a NATO ally, may someday betray us and side with Russia. Europe's final war is going to be that between Christianity and Islam, between white and black, between Europe and the entire surrounding world. We are facing the religious holy war of the end-time prophecies, or as some call it, Rahowa, racial holy war. Don't say we haven't been warned. For over 100 years ago, in 1923, a German man wrote that the animal in man is creeping forward. Africa is darkening up in Europe. We are to be the guardians on the threshold of values. Due to Europe's dying, aging demographics, we are already outnumbered. Our vegan soy men can't even hold a rifle. Entirely unprepared are we for the black brutality coming our way. And yet, we shall prevail. We have Father Winter on our side. We know the territory best, and we shall use it to our advantage. The mythical Odin, drunken with war, is awakening in us. And the story of Christ's resurrection predicts our future. This is not the end. Europe shall resurrect itself. Our continent is a weapon that shall trap all those who dare seize it in cold, icy graves. May Heimdall sound his horn.